Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Anna, for those of you who didn't know that. And today it's Tag Tuesday. So I haven't done a tag in quite a while, and I just kind of haven't felt like I have read enough books to actually answer things. So I found one that I think I am able to answer quite okay, and it is New York Times by the book Tag. So I have a few questions. I will link the original video or the original creator down below if I can find it, and let's just get into answering the questions. So the first question is, what book is on your nightstand right now? It's not just one book. I have, for the moment, all these books on my nightstand. So I have A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, which I kind of didn't continue on with right now because I have so many other books on my TBR. So this one is still on there. Then I have The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, which I was supposed to read last month, but I didn't manage it. So I still have my hopes up for reading this. Then I have The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, which I am currently reading and hoping to be able to finish this month because I have it on my TBR, I have started it, and I want to finish it, even though it's huge. Then I have House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, and I have yet to really start this, so yeah. I am 10 pages in, so I have just started it. And then I have Dark Lover by J.R. Ward, which I am reading the most from and hoping to finish very soon. So that was all the books I have on my nightstand. I have a lot. Next question is, what was the last truly great book you read? And for this one, I have to say Welcome to the Dark Side by Gianna Darling. I loved this, and I think it's kind of one of my favorite romances I have read. And I just had to continue on when I first started this. And now I want to read all the books in the Fallen Man series. So, next question is, if you could meet any author, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you want to know? I would want to meet C.S. Lewis, who is the author of The Chronicles of Narnia. And I used to love these I loved the movies as a child, and I just read the books, and I would love to meet him because one of my biggest questions is, what happened to Susan? Because if you have read these books, you do know how the last book ends. And I would love to know what happens to Susan. And this is a spoiler for the books, but basically, Susan stops believing in Narnia. So basically, she is not with her family when their train crashes and they all dies and they go to Aslan's land. Susan is not a part of that. And my biggest question is, does Susan ever start to believe, or what happens to her? That is the question I am wondering. Next question is, what books might we be surprised to find on your shelf? I think one of the books that will surprise people the most is like, I have Sapiens, and I have like the second book he wrote. And I don't read nonfiction much. So people might see this as a surprise, and it is a surprise to myself too. I haven't read this yet. But yeah. The next is, how do you organize your personal library? So right now I have them after genre, or I'm supposed to have them after genre. I am not done with my bookshelves yet, so right now it's just one big mess. So, but when they are done, it will be after genre. Next is, what book have you always meant to read and haven't gotten around to yet? Anything you feel embarrassed never to have read? You know, one of the books that I have been meaning to read since it got out in like, yeah, last year, like early last year, is The Wicked King. I have had this since release date, and I haven't read this yet. And yeah, I should read it. I don't feel embarrassed of the things I haven't read, but you know, there are a lot of books that I kind of should have read, but I'm not embarrassed of not have read them, because I haven't read my whole life, so. Disappointing, overrated, just not good. What book did you feel you were supposed to like but didn't? Okay, so let's take that first. I felt like I was going to love 9000, and I didn't. And it's sad, but you know, I can't like everything, so. And then, do you remember the last book you put down without finishing? I don't remember that. I mean, till this day, I still haven't DNF'd the book, so I don't know if that is possible or not. So, next question is, what kinds of stories are you drawn to and you stay clear of? It's hard to explain. I try kind of all the things that I feel like I might like. However, it's difficult to like say what kind of stories I am drawn to. I mean, for me, it's not kind of about kind of the thing that is, or one of the things are kind of what is in the book, but that's not like the main thing that kind of says if I like a book or not. What kind of has to say the most is how the book is written. If a book is really badly written, there is a chance I won't like it as much as I do with people with kind of books with really good writing. Yeah. If you could require the president to read one book, what would it be? It depends. We don't have a president here in Norway, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. What do you plan to read next? I kind of haven't decided yet. I have like 5 or something books on my TBR. One is an ebook, but I have these 3 physical books. I don't know what I'm going to pick up next. It really depends on when I finish something, so who knows. So basically what we have here is Restore Me, which is the fourth book in the Shadow Me series. We have Zenith, which is the first in like the Adroma saga. And then we have The Last Wish, which is the first book in the Witcher series, and The Grace here, which is just for my Weeblybookend and question thing. So that was basically this tag, and you know, it's fun to do things that I kind of can answer, because a lot of questions I see are like name a book you were gifted, and I kind of don't receive gifts, so but yeah, that was it for this video. And if you want to follow me on any of my social media, the links are down in the description. I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if you want to watch more from me, I will link my other channel down below. And I will see you next time. Bye!